Peace. It's the intelligence, and yo, I got this PDF right here, right? Somebody on my in my comments, and I've been looking for this book, right? I had it somewhat before, but I lost it. So the Washington Proper sent me this link right here, right? So boom, so well, that's it right there. But here it go right here. All right, so it's called The Distinction Characteristics, the Aborigine Race. All right, so look, man, whoever this guy is, man, I'm trying to get his name because I've been looking through it or whatever, and I gotta definitely give him shout outs, man, because yo, this, he tells it, man, and the way that he words it, he's telling you that they deceiving people. Now check this out. Let me see something. Hold up, because it's kind of hard to get the pages in it, so y'all gotta bear with me on this one. All right, gotta bear with me on this one. All right, so it's like 46 pages, right? I read through some of them, right? Now, all right, so let me see if I can get his name, man. I want to get his name. Says, oh, let me see. Alright, so it says, at the meeting of the Boston Society of Natural History held on the 27th of April, it was unanimously voted that the thanks of the society be present to Dr. S.G. MORTON. The equivalent, whatever, it's a instructive address delivered before the society and its anniversary meeting. Alright, so I guess that's his name, Dr. Morton. Alright, so shout out to that man. When I said, man, along the way, man, you find some Europeans, man, that try to tell you or try to get the history out there to you. So like I said, to the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that do the work or do the light work, you know what I'm saying, you gotta definitely give them shout outs, man, because this right here is some good information. I checked that shit out. Alright, some of the words are a little off, so you already know how it is, you know what I'm saying. But we gonna get through this. Alright, I just want to read a couple of different things that he put in here. Alright, so matter of fact, you know what, before I go right here, alright, so look, let me see something. Let me make sure, because this is kind of hard to really navigate these pages. Alright, so this is his address, right? So I'm going to try to read this, man. So it's saying, anthropology, the natural history of man, is essentially a modern science at a time when the study of nature in her other department has been persecuted with equal zeal and success. This alone, the most important of them all, remain comparatively neglected and unknown, and of the various authors who have attempted to exposition, whatever they say, during the past and present centuries, too many have been content with closet theories. Now check this out. This is when he's saying, check this out, right? This is why I like this. It's a closet theories, in which the facts are perverted to sustain some baseless conjecture. Hence, it has been aptly remarked that Asia in the country of fables, Africa of monsters, and America of systems, to, I don't know, say to those, whatever, to those, I say those, say who prefer hypothesis to truth. The intellectual geniuses of integrity justly it cites are administration, and homage, but in vain we search its records for physical trace of some of the most celebrated nations of past time. It is even yet gravely disputed whether the ancient Egyptians belonged to the Caucasian race or the Negro race. Now this is how you know he's about to go in on this shit, because he's only saying two races, alright? He ain't saying that, oh, they might have been looking this way or this way. Check this shit out. It say, and it was not for the light which not now draws upon us their moments and their tombs. This question might remain undecided. The present age, however, is marked by the noble zeal for those inquiries which are daily making man more conversant with the organic structure, the mental character, and the national affinities of various and widely scattered tribes of human family. Okay, and we going in now. It say, among these, the Aborigine inhabitants of America claim a special attention. This vast theory. Now he's saying the Aborigines. He's not saying Native Americans. Now this is how you know he's about to go in on this. All right. So look, this is just this is a preview, because this my other shit in there. I didn't really get far in it, but as soon as I got in it, bam, hit me right with the information in which we've been looking for. Check this out. All right. So it says America claims a special attention. This vast theater has been thronged for immemorial time by numberless tribes which live only to destroy and be in turn destroyed without leaving a trace their sojourn on the face of the earth. Contrasted with these were a few civilized communities whom monuments awaken are surprised without unfolding their history, and he who would unravel their mystery may be compared in, let me see if I can get that, because there's sometimes this shit. All right, there you go. Yeah, all right, so that's the bottom. All right, check this shit out. Boom, he go right in. It say engage. It say, of the poet to the man standing by the stream of time and striving to rescue from its water the wrecked and scattered fragments which bolt onward to oblivion. It is not my present intention even to enumerate the many theories which have been advanced in reference to the origins of the American nations, although I might in the sequel inquire whether their genealogy can be traced to the Phoenicians or Mongol, Hindu, Jews, or Ethiopians. Nor shall I attempt to analyze the view of certain philosophers who imagine that they have found. Now check this shit out. Listen to this. Listen to this. Let me listen to this. It say, nor shall I attempt to analyze the view of certain philosophers who imagine they found only a variety of races, but several species of men among the Aborigines of this continent. Now check this out. He goes in on this. It say, it is chiefly my intention to produce a few of the more striking characteristics of these people to sustain the position that all the check this out. Listen to this. It say, let me read it again. It say, it is chiefly my intention to produce a few of the more striking characteristics of these people to sustain my position that all the nations except, now this is right here, these are the Mongoloids, all right, these are the Alaskan whatever. Now look, let me read that one more time. It say, it is chiefly my intention to produce a few of the more striking characteristic traits of these people to sustain the position that all the American nations excepting the Alaskan whatever, it say are of one race, and that this race is peculiar to distinct from all others. Now check this shit out. Physical characteristics, all right? It says physical characteristics. It is I guess that's how you pronounce that, among travelers, that he has seen one tribe of Indians has seen all. It say so much do the individual of this race resembles each other. It say notwithstanding the emerging geographical distribution and those differences of climate which embrace the extremes heat and cold. It say the half claw whatever, I can't pronounce this word right. It say Fijians striking from his dreary weather. It say has the same characteristics, lineaments. It say though in the the exaggerated degree as the Indians of the tropical plains, and these again resemble the tribes which inhabit the regions of west of the Rocky Mountains, those of the Great Valley of the Mississippi, and those again with the skirt of the, now he mentioning this word again, alright, the Eskimo. He talking about the Mongoloids, alright. It say on the north. Now check this out. I say on the north, right? It say all possesses the long length black hair and brown or cinnamon colored skin. Let me repeat it, alright? He's specifying it, alright? Cinnamon colored skin is not even light skin. Alright? So listen to this one more time. He said all possesses. Now he's making a distinction. Let me say this again. It's saying those again resemble the tribes which inhabit the regions west of the Rocky Mountains. He's talking about the northeast, southeast. Alright? Those of the Great Valley of the Mississippi. It say, and those again which skirt the whatever, he say of the north. So he's specifying it. However he's using his word, he said of the north. It say all possess the long length black hair and brown or cinnamon colored skin. It say the heavy brow, the dull and sleepy eye, and full compressed lips. It say and the silent but dilated nose. It say those traits moreover are equally common to the savage and civilized nation. Now he not saying savage, but just listen to this, right? Before people start thinking other things, right? It say whether they inhabit the margins of the rivers and feed on fish, or rove in the forest and substance. It say on the spoils of the chase. Now hold up, let me see something. All right, boom. It say I cannot be questioned that the physical diversity do occur equally singular. It say and inexplicable as seen in different shades of color. Now check this out. It said various from a fair tint to complexion almost black. It say and these two under circumstances. Now check this out. Check this out. It say can have little or no influence. It say so also the reference to states the stature, the difference and remarkable in entire tribes, which moreover are geographically proximate to each other. It say these facts, however, are mere exceptions to the rule and do not alter the peculiar physiognomy of the Indians, which is as undevinably something characteristics as that of the Negro. Okay, now check this out. I'm gonna read that one more time with deception to that word. I need to actually pull my dictionary out. Check this out. Let me see. All right, so it say these facts, however, are mere exceptions to the rule, and do that not alter the peculiar physiognomy of the Indian. It say which is as undiviningly characteristics as that of the Negro. Okay? Now, I want to see something else that I was just reading. Let me see. Because it's a lot right here, man. I'm trying to really get a good... trying to get these pages down packed. But so he talks to him, man. Yo, he talks to him and he says a lot of stuff, man. And this is some good information right here. I'm going through this whole thing. I'm trying to go through this whole thing today. I ain't doing nothing. So I'm gonna try to do something with this right now. Look, I want to read this right here. Check this out. All right, so let me see something. All right, so it's a lot in this right here. Let me see. Should I get with this? Yeah, why not? All right, so it's a habitation. It's a habitations of Chile and the Peruvian is not less than between an Italian and a German. Now he's saying. Now check this out. He's saying pretty much. Hold on, let me see something. All right, so right here. You know what? Let me see something. Nah, let me go ahead and read this whole thing. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, so it say, for whether we... Now, check this out. Alright, boom. This is what I meant to read the first time. So, alright, so I'm going to say it one more time. So it say, which undiviningly characteristics as that of the Negro. It say, for whether we see him in the athletic charade. Now that's something we gotta check out too, because I seen a couple of different meanings of the word charade. It say, or the stunning chama. It say, in the dark Californians. It say, or the fair Borea. It say, he is an Indian still and cannot be mistaken for being any other race. So he's saying that we are not even the same as Africans. He's telling you that we's dark and we look similar. He's saying, but this is a totally separate, different race. But check this out. That's why you got Jordan jumping from the fine line, Bo Jackson running up walls, and all these miraculous things that we just invent out of nowhere. Now it's saying the same conformity of organization is not less obvious. It say, in the osteological structure of these people as seen in squared and round head and flattened and vertical occiput. It say the high cheekbones, the ponderous is maxilla or something. It say the large quadrangulars. It say orbits. I don't know what the fuck that is, man. He using some real terms, man. I don't know. Maybe do I got time to look that up? Y'all want me to look that word up? Just bear with me. Hold on. Let me get that, because that might be something that's. I think he talking about quads. I think he talking about legs. That's what it seemed like. All right, so I got it open right here, y'all. Just hold up. Quadrangles. Alright, so quadrangles. It's a flat shape or four side or four angles. How is he using it? He's saying the pondrescently maximalized. I don't know what the hell this word, because it's kind of fading out right here. I don't know if that's an A or E or AE, whatever. All right, let me just keep it moving, alright? But it's saying receding foreheads. I have had an opportunity to compare nearly 400 craniums derived from tribes inhabiting almost every region of the Americas, and have been astonished to find how the preceding characteristics in greater or less degree persuades them all. Okay, yo, he's telling you in this paper right here that we are the Aborigines. Okay, he's telling you. Look, let's just read this one more time, man. I'm gonna read this one more time, all right? He's saying that I have had an opportunity to compare nearly 400 craniums derived from tribes inhabiting almost every region of both America, and have been astonished to find how the preceding characters in the greater or less degree pervades them all. So he's saying that a lot of them are different, but at the same, he's saying that none of them look the same. Now, hold up. All right, he's saying this remark is equally applicable to the ancient and modern nations of our continent. The oldest skulls from the Peruvian cemeteries to the tombs of Mexico and the mounds of our own country are the same type as the heads of the most savage existing tribe. It said their physical organization proves the origin of one to have been equal to the origins of all. Ha! The various civilization nations are to this day represented by the lineal descendants who inhabit the ancestral seats and differ in no exterior respect from the wild and uncultivated Indians. It say at the same time in evidence of the lineage, it say, I don't know how to pronounce it, say Clavigerio and other historians inform us that the Mexicans and Peruvians yet possess the Latin mental superior, which has not been subdued by the centuries of despotism. It say, and again with respect to the royal personage and other privileged classes, there is evidence that there were of the same native stock and present no distinctive attributes excepting those of the social and political character. So he's saying that they was all the same, they just had different, how different Jamaicans are from North Americans. I mean, when they come here, they just like us. We got the same fucking culture, man. My grandmother looked just like a lot of my Jamaican people, you know what I'm saying, living my aunts. Word is born look just the same, yo. Because you got to figure the people in Georgia. My father from Georgia, he from the islands out there. So them people look just like the people in the Caribbean. But that's why they want you to think that, oh man, that's the heat. That's the heat right there. You understand what I'm telling you? So, let me keep it moving, alright? So it say, alright, historians say Peruvians yet possess, alright, we went ahead and subdued. It say, and again, with respect to royal parsonage and other privileged class, and I read that. Alright, so we said native style. Alright, it say the observation of Molina and Humboldt are sometimes quoted in disproof of this pervading uniformity of physical characters. Molina says that the difference between and I guess it says right there, inhabitant of Chile and Peruvian is not less than between an Italian and a German, to which Humboldt adds that the American race contains nations who feature different as essential from one another as those of I don't know how to pronounce this. It say it say Circassians, Moors, and Persians. It say, but these people are one and the same race. It say, and readily recognized as such, notwithstanding their difference of features and complexion. Say, an American nation present the precisely parallel case. Now hold up, let me read that. Maybe I don't want to be wrong on that. So hold up, is he doubting him, or is he saying that? What is a car? He's saying what the fuck is this? This is a Caucasian. He's saying, all right. So he's saying, all right. He said the inhabitant of Chile and the Peruvian is not less than between an Italian and a German, to which Humboldt adds that to American race contains nations whose features differ as essentially from one another as those of Caucasians, Moors, and Persians. It say, but all these people are of one and the same race. It say, and readily recognized as such, notwithstanding their difference of features and complexions. Say, and add the American nations present and precisely parallel case. Sorry about that. All right, so let me see something. Alright, hold up. Now I want to read right here where he was talking about what people was thinking it was pygmies, right? Alright, so look. So it says this Aborigine race of America. Alright, so now look, he already said that they brown and cinnamon. Alright, so them are two complexion traits that African Americans got. Okay, them are two traits. He is talking about black people. Okay, now look, it said, now check this out. It says, and dwarf race of America proved to be the mere inventions of ignorance and imposition. It say a carefully inspection. Check this out. It say of the remains of both has fully satisfied me that the asserted gigantic form of some nations has been a hasty inference. It say on the part of unpracticed observers. All right, so he's saying that the people who was observing it was not proficient, or was not you know what I'm saying, was not people of that craft, like, you know what I'm saying, just like we talking about now. Like a lot of this information or whatever, people be talking on it, they got the baseline information and they, so he's saying that the unpracticed observers, so there's people who just pick up a book and they just put a link in and say, oh well, this is it, you know what I'm saying. So he said, while the so-called pygmies of the valleys of Mississippi were mere children who for some reason not only understood were very apart from the adult people of the tribe. Alright, so sorry about that. Alright, so it say, thus, it is that the American Indian from the southern extremity of the continent to the northern limit of his range is the same exterior man. It say with somewhat variable stature and complexion, his distinction features through variously modified are never effaced. Okay, it say, and he stands isolated from the rest of mankind, identified at a glance in every locally and under every variety of circumstance, and even his descent to something remains, which have been withstood the destroying hand of time, preserved by primitive types of race, excepting only when art has interposed to pervert it. Alright, so he said moral traits. It say these are perhaps the strongly marked physical characters of which he's saying him is saying have just spoken, but they have been so often the subject of analysts as to claim only a passing notice on the present occasion. Among the most prominent of this series, a mental operation is a sleepless caution at entirely vigilance. It say which proceeds over every action and mask every motive. The Indians say nothing and does nothing without its influence. It's enable him to deceive others without being himself suspected. It calls that the proverbial tectonicity. It say among strangers, which changes to gloriarity among the people of his tribe, and it is the basic of the I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't get that word out right now. It's a firmness which teaches him to contend unpenitently with every adverse circumstance. Alright, so this is not what I was reading. I was reading something else. But no man, he said it right there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was starting to read this right here, dealing with the different tribes, man. Number the chick talk. Alright, so look, man, you know, we already pointed it out. Let me just go back over some of the stuff I said just for people so you can, you know. He already said that the tribes here. Let me see. See, it put me right back to the same part where I didn't want to be at. Let me see. Alright, no, it's up. This is right here. So this is just for research, man. I mean, because as I know as I go on in this book, it's going to say other stuff. It's going to say a lot more. It's going to definitely say a lot more. So, alright, so look, just key reference, just so we can note this. Alright, so right here, he says, so also, it say in reference to the stature, the difference are remarkable in entire tribes, which moreover are geographically proximate to each other. These facts, however, are mere exceptions to the general rule and do not alter the peculiar physiognomy of the Indians, which is as undeniably characteristic as of that of the Negro. They say, for whether we see him in his athletic cherubic, whatever that is, that must be that. Listen, that's something that need to be taken down. Let me see something real quick. Let me take that right there. Boom. Alright, so I'm gonna look that up. So I won't overlook that. Also, he make reference to what they look like. You know, he say dark. He make reference to dark Californians. Oh, well, this is an address. Hold up. I'm actually gonna put this in a link, y'all. I'm gonna definitely put it in a link. Alright. Alright, so alright, right here. Here you go, right here. So let's see. Physical. Oh, shit. Alright, so right here. Alright. It points out in this paragraph right here when it say physical characteristics, it goes all in. It tells you that they are different from the Eskimo. It says that they have black hair and brown and cinnamon colored skin. And it says when you come down here, it says cannot be questioned. Physical divarities do occur. It say equally. So it say alright. He seen different shades varying from fair tint to a complexion almost black. Okay, almost black. So we got black and we got brown and cinnamon color. This is the reason why the Spanish referred to us as Negroes. All right, okay. All right. So with that being said, I will be giving you updates on as I keep finding stuff on this book or whatever. But I'm gonna put the link in the description. This is from. Let me put the title back up there again, because this is some wonderful information right here. And this to go with the pictures we already seen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why would Jack Forbes or whatever state that these people look different. I mean, like, he made some good stuff though, but still in all, he separated. He trying to tell this guy right here is telling you that he's not saying that they're African. He's saying that he's telling you that they're no different from the Negro race. So with that being said, put the comment in the link. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace. I'm talking to you.